No surprises here. No, a sageless composition from TSM, but already a very aggressive defense. Subroza is going into no man's land, trading himself out for 2 of his teammates. That is not what you want. Gen.G immediately blitzing in, punishing, making their way onto the A site. That should be relatively free. Just a single Sova here to deal with. Can they spot out the one remaining player on the corners here? Drone's gonna get a second to try and slow things down, but the spike will come through nonetheless. 1 versus 2 here for the Cypher. Peeks, the information's found. 1v1 for Cutler. Clutch player in the previous series, just looking for that one last Brimstone. Player 1 knows where he is, takes his head off.
Short, and it looks like Gen.G might be pushing up directly into him.
TSM have just the right stack of players here as well. They're rotating the Brim softly over B. You can tell which side of the map they think this play is going towards. And there's so many players trying to stop this. It's the best bet they have at winning the second. 2 players mowed down by Gen.G. Color manages to trade out 1, but he's bought his teammates time to get the rotate in. Looking for 1 more, and Drone's gonna get it. Never missing a shot on the Sova. Continuing his performance from the previous game. Gets Molotoved out, but he's not done taking players down. Gets 1 more onto Huynh. Gen.G now just a single member up against Wardell and Hazed. Looking for him, knows that spike has to go down, knows exactly where it is as well. Things are incredibly awkward for player 1, who has to clutch out yet again here. Hazed sneaking up behind him and has no clue what's about to hit him. They're playing so passively because they know that spike has to go down with 15 seconds left as well. The timer is ticking. The time's nearly up, and neither player wants to give up this spike plant. 7-6, and there is no patience from this man. Doesn't even get the spike down. Not pretty, especially with the performance that Drone has been putting up. This man has been insane the entire day. However, more aggression from TSM here is going to net them at least 1 kill positively. Huynh, oh my god, the flying shorty catches himself 1. Cutler cleans him on up though, and it's still a 1-man advantage here for the defending side, with the bolt into middle, and slowly but surely Gen.G running out of map control. If they can get 1 more pick here, they may call it worth it. GMD will take Drone down, and with that, if he's going to try and get 1 more, but Gen.G are all out of steam for this one. Maybe a spike plant just for that bonus cash. Effectively playing a game of chicken with TSM here, saying, you know what? How many times in a row can we go here? And TSM seem to have lost this one. All 5 members here, but the stack no longer. GMD pushing aggressively in, and MkaeL opening things up beautifully. 1 member up in heaven has no business. The executes in.
Such comprehensive map control that he really doesn't have any ends.
But this is what we talked about earlier. They've run out of utility outside of this orbital strike. There is nothing. The timer's ticking down though for TSM, and this execute is looking like it's about to pay off. Cutler finds 1, but with the timer taken down, there is no time for TSM, and that is what we mentioned earlier. Economy isn't exactly in the greatest position should they lose this round. Player 1 peeks him, and you do not have the skills to pay the bills right now. Not up against Wardell, who's going to continue to clean up your players 1 at a time. Stop walking into him, for Pete's sake! Gen.G, you know exactly what's going to happen. Wardell has tasted blood, and he wants more. In with the Blade Storm. Just wants to peek this cage. Goes down at the wrong time for him. Going to miss most of those shots. Map open, but luckily for Gen.G, that's exactly where they're headed. Up mid into B. Cutler's going to happily take down Huynh, and that leaves this site open for GMD to come in, clean up, and get that spike down.
This is something that we really haven't seen much today, because we haven't seen a team run a Sage comp on spike. In this case, though, we have that Phoenix coming out of TSM in a deep rotation, getting rewarded from that early A aggression that we saw down long, and we'll see if he'll be able to retake here as Wardell is pushing through defender spawn.
Yeah, 2 versus 3. It's not looking great. 1 versus 3 now. Only the Cypher remains here. Drone searching for him, but the Bros can lead as of yet. They're still looking to secure that economy after a little bit of a rough round prior. Again, the aggression towards A long, though. It didn't pay off last round. It will this one. GMD and MkaeL fall, and with that, Gen.G's push completely halted. Player 1's going to get 1 for his troubles, but that was absolutely not worth it. This spike nowhere near the site. The rest of his teammates getting cleaned up across the map. And all of a sudden, it seems like Gen.G may want to explore other parts of this map than A. And play some clean Valorant. Brimver's been, they're about to see each other.
Really well displayed game sense, though, out of player 1 in that push.
Now TSM breaking out another trick from their sleeve. Look at how aggressively they're playing. Look at how tight they are. Everyone wrapped up around B. They've pushed A short. They know exactly where this push is coming from, but Drone needs to be the man to stop it. Sprays down 1 in the smoke. Can't get another. beaten out by the eco push of Gen.G. The shorty in the hands of Huynh is just as scary as it has been round prior. Spike goes down, defended by just the wall here. And Gen.G finding a fantastic eco round 3 versus 3 now in the post plan as things slow down for just a moment.
Cutler getting a massive pick off onto Huynh there, taking the op out of the defense, or the post plant defense, I should say. And TSM buttons that one up quite quickly.
Up through mid, the map control for Gen.G cut in half here. The 3 players separated away from their Jet, who then just has to hide over there and pray that they can get a pick onto Wardell.
You will not kill my allies.
Resurrect will bring player 1 back into the game, but immediately gets sprayed down by Drone, who pushes back through mid, picks up his 3rd of the round, and that should be enough to pretty much seal this one out for TSM. Bar some crazy stuff here from GMD, who's going to take the aggressive peek and lose to Subroza.
Yeah, that might button this one up, and we're going to see a bit of a tailspin probably from Gen.G here. Broken economy.
Oh my god.
What a flick! My goodness gracious.
Nasty. I mean, there's still only 1 player left. At this point, TSM look like they're going for style points.
We see that Aldrone giving them all the information that they need. And TSM's going to be right on the heels of Gen.G here. They're going to have no chance to take the site the way that they wanted to.
And now this time with weapons, Gen.G can actually take this one relatively well. They're not able to get the spike down in B though. The Sage lying in wait finally will manage to do so, looking to heal up their teammate, but Wardell's going to take him down before they can do exactly that. Now holding on to this mid angle, things get incredibly awkward for Gen.G. They don't have a crossfire to work with. This is 2 players up against 4, having to do it the old school way. First one gets sprayed down, the second doesn't even have a sight line here as the spike's being defused. Very obviously TSM. Gen.G, again, I'll say, not out of it yet. It's a bad half for them, but this is a team that can absolutely do it, especially on a map that's TSM favored. This isn't what you're looking for, but if you look towards the second map, I don't think Gen.G are out of this series at all yet.
Not at all, and there's definitely still opportunity for Gen.G to come back here. We were talking prior about that interview with Hazed and how they were saying that TSM as a team hadn't been winning defenses consistently.
Oh, Hazed.
Oh, Hazed.
This is just mean.
Off-angling Garage, just picking off 3, shutting down Gen.G's push before it even gets to start.
And these are the plays, man, that TSM is making. It's pushing C long, it's pushing mid, it's pushing A long. Everywhere they go, they're catching them off guard. Not just various angles. It's literally never the same angle twice, which is what impressed me so much. Wardell is getting a little bit too big for his britches there. I'm sorry, man. That is not when you're going to be winning anytime soon. Leaves the A site wide open for Gen.G to come in.
Know that there's at least 1 on site. Just take it. You have momentum here. Instead, we're going to see a slow default. They're going to push up through sewer here. And we'll likely get contact onto site here with Phoenix.
Oh, and they don't want that. It's Subroza's Phoenix, my friend. Mows down 1, looking to get a second here, getting double angled off the other end. Player 1 will be the one to take him down. Now post plant 1 versus 3. It's got to be Cutler. He's done this one before. Catches the first, not the second. TSM or the opposing team. TSM's going to be getting aggressive. This time, though, it's going to be the opposite of that. It's going to be Gen.G pushing up C-long, being punished, though. Cutler is always going to hit those shots. Player 1 cleans up. That's an even trade, but the map control's been taken away. They know the garage pushes in, and they need to be careful about this full wrap from TSM.
Yeah, I think that you're absolutely right, where the defensive side has been setting the tempo in spite of this being really a coin flippy, in some cases, attacker-sided map. And I think the driving force behind that has been the defensive operators.
Yeah, now with the utility favoring TSM, Gen.G do not have the players to move in on this. I'm going to try their best, but 2 players holding on to the defender's spawn, waiting for the right opportunity to push in. TSM get 1 mode down, drone falls, the spike being enemy defused. There's no angle on it, there's nobody there to shut them down. They're not planted for long, this should go through more. They have the utility with the Sage, with the Brimstone, to continue to control space, not let TSM play their aggressive game whenever they want to, like they were on the defensive side where you have so much space to push up. They can hold this as long as they like, and nothing is likely going to come from it for TSM.
Yeah, we're playing really kind of an odd, slow game out of Gen.G here. We've already got contact on A, and the rotations are slow to come out. Subroza, though, back-to-back 1Ds with the
Oh, TSM's doing it again. They're pulling out rounds they have no right to win. He wants to. Rose just barely misses the time here. Looks to peek the Sage. Effys will take him down one by one here. The TSM member slowly waning. With that timer ticking down, Gen.G's odds slipping out the window. Player one must move forward, turns it into a 3 versus 2. 2 versus 2. Can they even up the numbers? Puts the wall down on the spike, starts to defuse. There's nothing that they can do about this. This should be a defuse for Gen.G, and off of a beautiful clutch play from player one and Effys.
On the side of TSM, Wardell's only on light armor. We'll see if he can get tagged early and shut out. But it looks like Huyhn's going to find success much earlier in the round, already picking 2.
From their standard setup, but if the Cypher can get there in time, that is the biggest thing that is going to be helping Effys out. Slower pin should stop the push here from TSM relatively well, but Wardell takes down the reinforcements. The cavalry have arrived, but the cavalry have also been taken out immediately here. TSM even up the numbers, and now Gen.G have just as difficult of a retake.
Yeah, and TSM playing a bit oddly here. They're playing as if there's someone playing logs, but it's already been cleared out. Just giving Gen.G a little bit more time to rally the troops.
Oh, Wardell was ready for that one. GMD Peaks trades it out, but Wardell with the operator has every sightline in the world. Doesn't quite catch the last one. It's player one yet again who has to clutch the round out, looking to stick about half of this spike before picking it up. Or do pros not fake? They don't!
Being conservative just goes to show how critical he is as a player to this team. And the defensive play that he allots them with his Brimstone is going to continue to sort of define this half. I mean, we talk about operators constantly, but the flip side of that coin is the smokes that
giving away the site, giving away that short side. Still a man up though. Gen.G do have the advantage moving into the post plant scenario. It's a matter of finding the frags here. Dean not able to find all that much, but Effys with this judge the entire round. They have plenty of money to buy anything else, but why buy anything else when you're just gonna pick up 3? Looking for more here, picks up an alternate weapon. Huynh is gonna clean up Wardell.
Gen.G if it's going to happen.
They've got a good position on the map so far, but if Effys can hold on to this, then they're feeling pretty good about themselves on the defense. Effys pushes through the smoke. There's that double operator setup yet again. MkaeL on the double angle shuts them down. A beautiful cage placement, in fact, cutting off one of those T-long angles. Now with Hazed in garage, about the only person who can do anything about this push right now. The spike dropped in the most awkward of places. TSM can feel their hopes at pulling this one away from a draw, slipping through their fingers.
Yikes.
Effys here having on his stage, I guess, orbs of steel.
Such an interesting way of holding on to this as well. They're so willing to give up garage control early. Drone's gonna take the head off. Wardell with the shorty. They are looking to pull out this eco round here, and now Wardell has sought out that operator and knows exactly what he's getting himself into here in the post plant. They all want to set up these operators in long 4 versus 2, and you don't have player one to save you anymore. GMD peeks the corner with the flashbang straight into the welcoming arms of Wardell, who misses his shot uncharacteristically here. The TSM players looking a little bit shaky, but they still have a numbers advantage. GMD takes him down, and that is huge. That gains him so much control here towards the back of the site. Take down the recon dart, but you can't take down these angles at C long. You don't have anything to really smoke it off either. You can use the jet to your advantage, but the Hunter's Fury is going to come in. TSM, I think they've sealed themselves back up that lead.
Yeah, there's that Hunter's Fury I mentioned coming out, denying that diffuse
scenario. So giving up this side is something that Gen.G are more than welcome to do, because they've wrapped their way all the way around the map. Drone's going to get one on the MkaeL, and they shift all the way over to A. That is not what Gen.G were wanting to give up.
Yeah, TSM now with just complete and utter map control.
4 players up, but making those numbers look a little bit more even here. They've got time to the post plant, and they also have player one alive, which seemingly has been the ticket the entire time. Orbital Strike dropped down. Hayes going to take down GMD, who was forced out by that. 2 players playing in hell right now are going to be so difficult to remove. Player one drops down, takes down Hayes, but can't get much more than that. Effys is going to have to do it again on the Sage, looking to wall off the operator and get the defuse going. Starts it. Wardell looking for the aggressive peek, gets beat by Effys, but is there time? No. TSM eke one out to make the score 11-9.
Towards A lobby, we'll see if that's the site they ultimately commit to, but it looks like we have Drone using the OWL drone to push out through B, trying to gather information. We
know how rotate heavy they can be, but TSM are stone Cold and how they push this. They execute out onto A, and Huynh is gonna have to connect these shots. Pops the Blade Storm, player one taken out, misses the right click. MkaeL able to trade one out, but now no longer with the Jet. He's got to do it all on his own, playing in hell here. They have no clue where this last player is, but with 12 seconds on the clock, if the plant gets denied, that is going to be it. Wardell, though, cleaning up the Blade Storm, finds himself 2. GMD coming in, finds at least a little bit of value, but has to clutch it out. 1 versus 2, 6 for the players, but it's going to be drone.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Oh my god, look at the aggression from TSM in mid here. They're running straight up with the run it back on and into B. Drop this, the dart onto site, make sure they know exactly where everything is, get the spike down, and get everybody out A. Post plant. It's Huynh getting aggressive with the operator, looking for that first shot. It connects onto Hazed, and that's going to be what they need to open up the middle of the map here. It's just Wardell, it's just Subroza holding on, but Subroza doesn't miss. Takes down one. Effys trades it out for drone, but the site's starting to be lost here. The resurrect from Effys is going to give them back that mid side line. Just take care of Wardell, and you can start taking care of the map. Wardell connects shot on MkaeL, but the spike not getting defused. TSM yet again. Timeout. Gen.G to take the first map, 13-9.